Hi everyone, it's Lotus and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my September bullet journal setup and I am so excited for this month's theme. As you can see, my theme for this month is Skzoo, which are the little characters that represent one of my favorite K-pop groups, Stray Kids. Last year for September I did a BT21 theme, which is BTS's little mini characters, and I just knew I had to do Skzoo, and it's so appropriate because their comeback is actually today or around this time coming up soon, so I'm so excited to be doing Skzoo to kind of represent them and in honor of their No Easy comeback. So here I am doing the cover spread. So I decided to do a cute little quote on the left hand side of the spread that says, "You make Skzoo stay." And in a lot of the Skzoo merchandise, they have been using this like bright orange color, so I used that as my accent color for the month. The quote page is a little plain for now because I didn't have an element that I really wanted, but it's okay. For the cover page itself, I went for my cartoon, comic book style panels, and I drew all of the characters in each of the panels. So for Skzoo, there are 8 characters, one representing each member of Stray Kids. So we have Wolfgang, Leebit, Dweki, Ginny Rat, Hankwaka, Bakari, Puppy M, and Fox Innie. So here I am just drawing out all of the characters and then outlining them with my Pigma microns. For the title, I decided to write it out in just like some orange bubble lettering, and then to make everything pop and give it kind of that animated comic book and like cartoony style, I'm just outlining it with my microns. And then I'm doing the little bubble around everything to kind of just make it look a little more cartoony and fun. So right now I am coloring in the black box in the center of the cover page just to kind of make that September title pop a little bit more and to separate it from, you know, all of the color that will be going in the background. So for the characters itself, I decided to just color everything in. I'm using a mix of markers. Some are my zebra mild liners, some are my Crayola super tips, and for the black, I'm using my Tombow Furunosuke brush pen. And I had so much fun drawing these Skzoo characters. They're all so cute, and I just wanted like a really bright colors on this spread to kind of match this Pokemon one I've done before, as well as the BT21 from last year. And I think I don't know, I really love this series. I hope to maybe continue this with some more characters in the future because this style of layout is like my favorite for the cover. So I'm just going in and coloring all of the Skzoos and their little backgrounds, and yeah, I just kind of chose colors that I thought would go well with like their outfits or the color of the character itself, and kind of use something to contrast it. But yeah. While I'm coloring in the rest of this spread, I am just so excited that Stray Kids are finally having another comeback. No Easy, I'm so excited for it. And it's like the timing of the comeback and me making this video is just like lining up perfectly. I'm doing this a couple of days before the comeback, but I like already know that the songs are going to be great, and I've been so excited seeing all the teaser photos for everything, and I've bought so many albums, so I don't know if I can do some kind of unboxing. I don't usually do those kinds of stuff on my channel, but I really want to start doing some more stuff like that and kind of branching out my content. But yeah, it's been so long since their last comeback in life, which I guess was my first comeback as a stay because I discovered them from Go Live and the God's Menu song. And so In Life was like my first comeback, and then it's been so long since then, but they've been so active, like even though they didn't have a comeback in a long time, because they've been giving us so much content on like YouTube and stuff, and then they were on Kingdom, and I love the little Kingdom Week videos that have been coming out. So yeah, I was just so excited. I felt like this theme really fit like this time period right now. So yeah, I'm just really excited for the comeback. So going back to the artwork for Puppy M and the Foxini character, I didn't have any markers in my collection that suit their skin colors, so I took some of my Arteza water-based brush pens and I kind of mixed color for them. So the Puppy M is just like a really light brown, and the Foxini is kind of like this peachy tan color. So I just kind of mixed that in my water palette, and yeah, I think it came out pretty close. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. Okay, so now we are moving on to the calendar spread. So for the calendar, I decided to stick with the layout I used last month, which has a majority of the calendar on the left-hand side of the spread, leaving all the extra space on the right-hand side. So I'm doing my usual 6x6 grid and just drawing that in. And then I chose a couple of the Skzoo characters to draw on these sides, like peeking out of the page and like from behind the calendar. And so these were the ones I chose. I drew a little Puppy M, a Foxini, a Hankoka, and a Wolfgang upside down on the bottom, which I think is so cute. He's like a little vampire, Vampire Chan. And then for the lettering this month, I went back with my like bubble hand lettering kind of thing with the orange marker, and I'm just outlining it with the Pigment Micron. Outlining the text in this like bubble with some white space in between is like a title design I've done a lot in the past, so I really liked being able to incorporate that again. And then for the calendar bubbles, I used like a mix of oranges and like deep yellows, just because I feel like it fit the vibe and color scheme for Skzoo a lot. And then I just added in the numbers, so there I was doing that. And now I'm just coloring in all of the characters. When I painted the Puppy M and Foxini, I decided to add a little paper towel because I had some water bleed through from the cover spread. So this time I just wanted to make sure I protected, the page on the other side. And then once I finished coloring everything in, I wanted to make the calendar a little thicker and make it pop a little more, so I just outlined it with a thicker mild liner around the perimeter. Now we are moving on to the next set of spreads. I decided to add some extra miscellaneous spreads this month. So what I'm working on right now is a playlist spread, which like I've loved doing that recently, and just having the Stray Kids comeback happen, and TXT also recently had a comeback. There's just like so much music, and yeah, I feel like, this is just a nice little extra page to have in my bullet journal this month. So I added some songs. I absolutely love Magic from the Chaos Chapter Freeze, and Loser Lover is such a bop. And then based on the Unveil tracks that Stray Kids posted on YouTube, I added 2 of the songs that I think I'm going to like a lot when the album comes out, and that one is Domino. I just loved the teaser for that so much. I actually used it for one of my TikToks, which go check me out on TikTok, Lotus Sparkle, if you don't follow me on there. But then also Surfin', like once I saw the Howlin' Harmony episode and I saw that teaser, I just knew that one would be so good. So yeah, and then I just added some other songs that I've been listening to recently. I decided to make the second half of the page a little memories spread, since I am starting to do a lot more things and going out in public, and I'm no longer living that work from home and school from home life anymore. So I added a memories page just so I can, you know, have an excuse to write stuff down more. So now I'm just coloring everything in. Since the boxes on the playlist spread were so tiny, I decided to just color in like the colors that match the albums of the songs that I wrote down. And I didn't really know what the No Easy album Spotify art is going to look like yet, so I just kind of used the black and blue from their teaser images. And then I just colored everything else in with my matte liners. And then to spruce up the page, I added a orange highlight, I guess, to the squiggly border I drew, and that kind of tied everything together. Next, we are doing my habit tracker and mood tracker, so I'm just doing the same title style at the top. And, you know, I decided this month I really need to get my shit together, so I'm gonna like force myself to fill out this habit tracker and mood tracker and stuff just so I can stay on top of my life. So here I am drawing in the individual habit trackers that I want to track this month, and then, you know, coloring them in, making them match the theme. And then at the bottom I had space to add in some more Skzoo characters, so I chose like some from whoever I did not use in the calendar spread. So whoever fit at the bottom here was like Dweki, Leebit, and Bakari. I'm so sorry, Ginny Rat. I just did not have space for him on this spread, and it just wouldn't have fit with, like, I don't know, my sizing, so I'm sorry. But we have a little Dweki, Leebit, and Bakari holding hands, which I think is really cute. And so I'm just coloring them in and having them, you know, chill at the bottom of the spread. Now we're moving on to the mood tracker. To do the mood, I used my packaging tape to do the inner circle and my stencil to do the outer circle, so I just used those to outline it. And then I did little mini Skzoos inside, so I'm just drawing them all in there with my Pigment Microns. And then I'm just dividing out all of the days so that I had enough for all 30 days of September. And then I bought a Wolfgang pen from the Skzoo merch, so I used that to write in the days, or the numbers 1 through 30. And then I made a color scale at the bottom and then started filling in all of the Skzoo characters with their respective colors. And then just to finish off this page, I added a little green background to kind of tie everything together. And now we are moving on to the last spread, which is the first weekly for September. So I decided to go for A7. Actually, it's for weeks 1 and 2, sorry. So I went for the 7 rows, so that I have one for each day of the week, and then I drew the Skzoo characters peeking out from the side of the boxes. So I divided it as like 2/3 of the spread is for me writing down stuff, and then the 1/3 sidebars are for decoration. So yeah, I just drew all of the Skzoo characters on either side going in age order. And now I'm just adding the lines for the rows of the week, and then adding in all of the numbers for weeks 1 and 2 for September. And now it is time to color everything in, so all of the characters are getting their color, they're being brought to life. And yeah, for the BT21 characters last year, they didn't really wear clothes, but Skzoo are always seen wearing clothes, so I had to like play around with like the shirt colors I gave them, which were like really random. Of course I had to give Chan a black shirt because he loves black, but everyone else I kind of just like gave them a random color that matched, I don't know, that contrasted their fur color. I was gonna say skin, but it's not. Like the Quokka, I don't know, I gave him blue because it pops, you know. And then here I am just painting the little innie and Puppy M. And then just to finish off this spread, I decided to use the same green accent color to kind of fill in all the negative space, just to like brighten up the page a little bit. And I think it looks so much better with the green color block colored in at the sidebar, because I don't know, it just looks so much more complete and put together. So I really like how it turned out, and I think that the green color really popped against all of the different Skzoo's fur colors, and yeah, it was just a good color choice. So yeah, I really love how it turned out. And the last thing to do was to add in week 1 and 2 at the top, so I just made a little black bar and then wrote on top of it with my white gel pen. And that is it! Here's my final flip through of my Skzoo bullet journal theme for September. I absolutely love how this turned out, and I can't wait to use it. If you like this video and you love this theme, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And of course, stream No Easy because it should be out now. And yeah, I will see you next time, so bye!